Hi Alexa, I'm Dr. Ferris. I'll be taking care of you today. How are you feeling? What brings you in?
I have actually been feeling sick and tired and not really feeling myself lately.
I'm sorry to hear that. What symptoms have you been feeling?
So even though I get enough sleep, I still feel tired all the time. My eyes are itchy and red and I've been having blurred vision. I also noticed that my throat is really sore and my lips have been swollen and chapped, and the worst part is I have noticed so much of my hair falling out of the shower when I brush it too.
When did all of these symptoms begin?
So they started 3 months ago. I first started to notice how tired I was. I brushed it off. I assumed I just wasn't getting enough sleep. But since then, I've noticed more and more symptoms arise. I started to notice my hair was falling out more in the shower. My vision started to get blurry, which is really weird because I don't use glasses. And then within the last month, I noticed my sore throat, my itchy eyes, my cracked lips, and nothing I try makes me feel better.
Have you recently made any big changes to your lifestyle recently?
I actually have. Around 6 months ago, I watched a documentary about the cruelty of animal product factories, and so I decided to go vegan.
And how have you changed your diet since being vegan?
I eat more salads. I've been eating vegan mac and cheese, vegan chicken nuggets, some beans, pasta, Oreos, and Doritos.
So based on everything you've told me and all of your symptoms, it sounds like you might not be getting proper nutrients and vitamins in your diet. So I think this is very common when switching to a vegan diet. So I think we should run some lab work to decide what's going on.
Our group had riboflavin, which is vitamin B2. The top 3 functions in the body include that it's important for growth, development, and function of the cells in your body. It helps turn the food you eat into the energy we need, and it helps with red blood cell production.
Riboflavin is an essential component of 2 major coenzymes, FMN and FAD. More than 90% of dietary riboflavin is in the form of FAD or FMN, and the other 10% is composed of the free form in glycosides or esters. It is not known that riboflavin has clinically relevant negative interactions with medication or other vitamins or minerals. However, it does have some good interactions with some other vitamins. For example, riboflavin enhances the functions of niacin, folate, and vitamin B6. It helps convert the amino acid tryptophan to niacin, and riboflavin in the FAD form helps convert folate to its active form, and in the FMN form, it is essential to convert vitamin B6 to its coenzyme form. The DRI values for riboflavin for male adults is 1.3 milligrams per day. The RDA for female adults is 1.1 milligrams per day. For pregnant females, the RDA is 1.4 milligrams per day. And for females that are lactating, the RDA is 1.6 milligrams per day. There's been no established tolerable upper intake level for riboflavin because it has not been found in any long-term consumption of riboflavin supplements. Excess riboflavin that is not absorbed in the gut is excreted through the urine. How can the RDA for riboflavin be met in a day? One good way to take in all the riboflavin that you would need in a day is to have a breakfast that contains 1 cup of Kellogg's Raisin Bran cereal, 1 cup of 1% low-fat milk, and 1 cup of non-fat yogurt. This will give you all of the riboflavin that is needed for the day in just that one meal.
While riboflavin deficiency is rare, risk factors can include being on a vegan or vegetarian-based diet because this nutrient is mostly found in meat. However, this can be remedied by increasing your intake of certain nuts and mushrooms. Being a pregnant and breastfeeding woman is also a risk factor because these people are constantly in positive energy and nitrogen balance. Nutrient malabsorption is also an issue with diarrhea and liver impairment. If you have a substance abuse disorder, it can damage the tissues and influence the uptake of riboflavin into the liver. Lastly, there's also a genetic disorder called riboflavin transporter deficiency. These mutations cause reduced riboflavin uptake and impaired expression of its transporter proteins, but this disorder overall can be remedied with riboflavin 5-phosphate intake. Symptoms of deficiency include fatigue because riboflavin generally helps produce ATP or energy within the body. There's also blurred vision because riboflavin, along with other B vitamins, slow age-related macular degeneration. And lastly, it can cause dry and itchy skin around the mouth because riboflavin helps maintain mucous membranes in this area. Because there's no observable toxicity, an upper limit is not established. It's used immediately, and around 85% of intake is excreted and is not known to interact adversely with other compounds in foods. However, in experiments with cell culture, it may potentially increase risk of DNA strand breaks with chromium-6. Chromium-6 is typically found in inedible materials such as soil and rocks, and so this could pose a problem to individuals with pica.
So the top food sources of riboflavin and how much riboflavin is in each one would be as follows. Eggs have 0.2 milligrams of riboflavin. Organ meats, for example, beef liver, would have 2.9 milligrams per serving. Lean meats, for example, chicken, would have 0.2 milligrams per serving. Low-fat milk would have 0.5 milligrams. Veggies such as spinach and mushrooms would have 0.1 and 0.2 milligrams per serving respectively. And fortified cereal, bread, and grain products would have approximately 1.3 milligrams per serving. This would be depending even just on the brand or whether you're eating a cereal, a bread, or grain product. It would vary a little bit. And as previously mentioned, all measurements are based on milligrams per serving. These are our works cited page, and thank you so much.
Okay, so your lab work came back and it does look like you have a low red blood cell count, which can indicate anemia. And based on that and all of your other symptoms, I think you may be deficient in riboflavin.
What does that mean?
So riboflavin is one of the essential B vitamins that we need to help our bodies grow, produce energy, and make the red blood cells that we need.
Oh, I didn't realize how important one vitamin could be to my health. I'm new to being vegan and I don't think I did enough research about the diet. I just make sure the food has no animal products.
Yeah, so when switching to a vegan diet, it's very important to make sure that you're getting the vitamins and minerals and other nutrients that you would be getting in other animal products. And based on your current diet, I think if you incorporate more nutrient-dense foods, including your daily intake of legumes, nuts, nutritional yeast, quinoa, avocado, and green leafy vegetables, I think your riboflavin levels should be going back up soon.
How long will it take for me to feel better?
It may take some time to feel 100% again, but if you start implementing those foods I just mentioned into your diet, you should feel your symptoms start to subside. And I recommend that we have another checkup in about 3 months just to check your red blood cell count. And if you are still deficient in other vitamins, we can go from there.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'll be sure to pay more attention to what foods I'm eating and make sure I include all the right vitamins and all the right minerals.